And we're starting. Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boys. I don't think this podcast has a name yet, but it's your boy here,
We're
Dean.
we're still thinking about it,
We are
and
still
Timmy
thinking.
Two
That's
Soul
right, Timmy T Soul himself. Been doing a lot
himself.
of games with me. Yeah, that's right. Been doing a lot of games. Been getting those content out on that grind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
For
we
sure.
finally came back for the second podcast. I'd like to do this about every 2 weeks. Twice a month is what I want to shoot for. I know that we missed it because there was an anime convention and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, we were really busy,
Yeah, the Neopets TCG came out. I know I did a box
but that
opening
was
about that.
important.
I did a box opening over that, and that game was a lot better than I expected. I don't
Are
think
we
it's
gonna
like,
Are we gonna talk about that one?
yeah, we can talk about it because I mean we did play it quite a bit.
That game is hilarious.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Neopets did get a TCG. I did do a box opening on it on the channel. Um, After having played it, it's kind of just like it's like a board game almost, where you do like the dice rolls and then you compare like how many dice. But the overall power level of the first set's kind of crazy. The cost to play is a little higher than I thought, though. Yeah, it makes Shadowverse look pretty cheap, actually.
yeah. The screenshots you sent me of eBay were insane. It's like what the Darkest Fairy Girl was like. Base rarity was like over 200.
Yeah, over $250 for a card
You
that is a
you only need
staple.
two.
You
You only
no, you
need
only need one.
two.
You can only play one of a fairy.
Oh, the fairies you only need one. Yeah, $200. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! $200 staples where you need three. You only need one or two.
You only need one, but the problem is that like even with that, you're looking at like a meta deck of Neopets is like $400, and there's not really supply. So like, what are you supposed to do? I might have to go buy some more boxes, just to have like the decks on the side.
I mean, are there money cards outside of the fairies? Because the fairies are one per deck, but the other cards are like play sets too. Are there
Uh,
other cards that are
I th-
rough?
I think like the rainbow. There's like a bunch of like $5 to $10 cards. I mean, playset
Oh,
of
okay,
two, but there's not like
that's fine.
yeah. I haven't seen anything like over like 15, as far as like
Right.
base rare, other than the fairies, which I hear are like one per case, and they're kind of
Really?
staples. They're kind of staples.
Wait, are they printed staples one per
Yeah,
case?
one per case with the playset being one. So that's why the things that people are like, I opened 5 cases, I pulled four of one fairy and like five of the other. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
Oh
Um,
my.
but yeah, the game is. I don't know if people want to see gameplay. The video got some reach, and I know there's not a whole lot of content creators for it. But I
It,
might
it
do like one game for the channel where we like we roll some dice and kind of like talk about how the game works. But
it's lit. It's not like I wouldn't go to a locals every week
no,
for
no,
it.
no, no.
That would get to you. That would get to a man. After,
The,
but like it's funny to say dice phase. It's funny you're playing like a trading card game. You don't roll up to Magic the Gathering and roll dice, right? You don't roll up to like even Yu-Gi-Oh's got dice cards. You don't play those cards.
yeah,
But like this game, it's like the dice phase.
even though it
And
had the dice phase, because the original game had dice too, but the die was
oh,
really
it's
bullshit. Like the original game was bad. Like the original Neopets game from Wizards of the Coast was an awful game. This one, it's
Upper Deck was cooking.
Upper Deck was cooking. They actually made a kind of sick game. I'm probably gonna go to Gen Con to play, just because I think it'd be really funny. Also, I don't like really do anything at Gen Con normally, so maybe go see some people for Shadowverse, and then also play some enter the Neopets regional. It'd be funny. See,
Is it called the regional?
yeah. It's like a regional or something. We just gotta win. We just gotta win.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll pay. I'll buy the fucking fairies this weekend. We'll roll up with.
Professional Neopets player.
We'll roll up with the two meta decks, the two different meta decks. We'll top easy.
Easy. Just like that. I'll roll better dice.
Yeah. But that
It's
happened.
funny to say roll dice, but like that game is not like you can throw. I mean, it's not like I don't know. I've kind of got beef with Weiss Schwartz, but like in Weiss Schwartz, you go, wow, I lost because my opponent was lucky playing blackjack and I was not. This game has like the dice phase, but like
I
it,
guess.
there's times where you're like, he really got me, but also like
I
it's funny
guess.
to say when you're rolling 10 dice, there's not much more variance outside of normal card games.
I can't believe no one's ever gonna get to the Shadowverse content, but I guess I'll give a quick rundown.
Amazing.
I'll give
Yeah.
a quick rundown for people who don't know how the game works. Neopets have 3 different stats. They have attack, defense, and agility. Attack is how many attack dice you roll. Defense is how many defense dice you roll when your opponent's attacking you. And then agility is the difference between those 2 stats, like the difference between your... It's like Pokemon, where like each person has like 1 pet out at a time. But the difference between the agility stats is how many dice you can reroll. But the unique thing is that the game has 2 cards as a playset in your 50-card deck. And the other unique thing is that like when a pet, like when you lose your battle, it's not like you get to like go in against their like weakened Pokemon. No, both players lose their entire board. And then it basically resets with like whatever your hand and resources are left. Therefore, like knowing when to apply cards to the board versus like set up for the next pet when you realize that you're about to lose is kind of like where the game actually has some skill expression, and it doesn't feel as sacky. Also, for the first set, they printed like Light Swords, they printed like Dark Worlds, they have like Dredge. There's like a hand control deck. We already got Silence Abyss basically and Neopets in set 1. But it's like better. Imagine
discard 2, draw 2.
No, yeah,
like
yeah.
your opponent discards 2.
Yeah, we have basically 7 centimeters in like Neopets in set 1. That we have like Bahamut basically. There's like a board wipe. It's like kind of actually insane. But the game is actually really enjoyable. I think it's only in the U.S. and Canada. So European people out there, I'm sorry, you can't play Neopets unless Upper Deck ports it. But I would definitely recommend, like, I wouldn't tell you to spend money on it, but it's like worth checking out a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, that's enough about that game.
It's fun. But anyway.
Enough about that game. Let's talk about a different game. Have you been playing Digital Shadowverse? Because I know that's like the other thing that happened while we were gone is...
Ooh, this format.
Yeah, I just got GM today. It's been fun.
I'm nowhere near that. But like for the first time ever, I got like 4 wins in a GP. So I'm going to Group A. Look, I haven't been playing as much as you. All right, I'm still like AA rank. Alcoholics Anonymous, like 3.
Okay.
But I was tooling with with Yokai Shadow. Coming in like physical to December, right? That deck was. It's like if you didn't evo the guy, and I don't know, Yokai Shadow.
I think that is the cool thing is these are like if you playing digital right now, you get to see a lot of the cards that are coming out in the next set in physical. And I think
because they're throwing back. It's throwback rotation. Context. It's old sets are in rotation in digital right now, so I am seeing the cards that are coming in December.
It is something. I think the unique thing about it is like I played this format way back when, but it was so long ago, and now it's like I'm like playing this, and it's crazy because digital's been so high power level for so long, and then not only that, but physical is way stronger than the current rotation decks. Minus like Valdane's end turn button is like the only time that I feel like. But would Valdane even be good in like current Evolve? I don't think it would be. I think if you had to spend 6 mana sometimes you have double Valdane and then it's 0 mana. But it's like,
because you spend 4, then Well, if you spend double with Valdane, that's like 4 mana across 2 turns, and 2 Evo points.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's like
that outs Leod, by the way.
Bad.
My game for GM, my games for GM, a guy had like a 7-11 Leod or something, and I double Valdane to kill the Leod with the removal spell, even though it had ambush. And then the next...
Wait, did he have cards on board? Did you roll into that?
No, he only had the Leod with like double,
guaranteed.
The other one, the actual game that got me my win, though, that wasn't that one, because that was like one of the games. The other game was You know the Roach deck that's like the super stall with the Kokoros and the
It
Roach.
stalls, then they play like 5 roaches across 2 turns on like
Yeah,
7 and 8. Yeah.
yeah. The guy had an 8 card hand, and he starts playing down cards. He evos the Roach, and then the May invokes, filling his hand, so the Roach gets burned, and then he just instantly leaves. And I was like, insane gameplay.
Oh,
So yeah, I just thought that was like really fun.
oh, that's awesome.
That was a really fun game that happened.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the digital is funny. Uh, like I think I've told you already, but like I had some guy invoking such a funny mechanic that you can do in digital card games. But he invoked Heaven's Gate, which says if you're playing a Highlander, make a card in your hand cost 0, at the start of your turn. And so he goes into like it's Dragon Player. So like turn 7, he's got 9 mana. He throws down this card called Cocytus. Cocytus says, fill your deck with fake cards. And so he fills his deck with these like fake cards from like just make up an effect. That's what it does. And then he throws down some big dudes, and I'm like, bro, for free. He and then the first card off like the busted deck is like set your opponent's health to 1, and then he attacks with one of his big dudes. I'm like, this is free. I'm like, this is the fake. And I'm looking on like Shadowverse wins. I'm looking on like Discord. I'm checking like you know like the Hearthstone website with like deck lists. I can't find Heaven's Gate in a list.
No, not in any list that actually wins.
I'm
You're in
like,
that
what?
guy's YouTube highlight reel.
No,
It's what
his
happens.
his one highlight. So that was. I'm glad to be of service, sir. But digital's awesome. Yeah, it's been fun despite the format in digital always feels high variance unless like you have tier 0 formats and you're on the tier 0 deck, then it doesn't. But like it's fun.
I've definitely been enjoying that a lot. So yeah, though, how do you feel then? Not about digital, but about the current physical format.
Oh,
We've sleeved up a lot of decks.
okay.
We've been doing a lot of gameplay videos. I know you haven't had a lot of time on like individual decks, like maybe like 2 to 3 games at a time. But I've noticed that every time I see you play, you look miserable probably because I hand you like Lysina or something, and that's like the slowest,
No,
shittiest deck
so
imaginable.
I'm not even sure. Okay, so we've played games, and those games are on YouTube. Those games have been overwritten by last week. I don't remember your games, but you remember at least my reaction from last week. So we're
You
at
played
this
this
anime
poor man.
convention during some downtime. I'm playing against one of the guys from our locals that plays exclusively Runecraft, and he's playing like healing. He's playing like healing cards with like concentration with Lashina, and oh my gosh, Dean's like, hey, check out this deck. Hands me the 50 card Oz pile where it's like Lashina and Oz is thrown in there and some other cards.
I'll
It's
have to get a
missing.
video of that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm playing a 50 card deck, but I draw like 15 cards. My opponent draws like 5 cards, and I'm playing. I'm I'm drawing cards. I'm playing executions on his Lysina amulets, and I'm getting rid of the ones that hurt me, which was a misplay, but I didn't know it. And so he's at like 40 health, and then I'm like playing Lashina. Finally, I'm like turn 12, and and then I'm putting my amulets in, and then he like executes some or one of them or some, I don't know, and then I put more in play, and so we're like healing 4 every. He's healing 4 every turn. I am like dealing 2 and also healing 4 every turn, and then I'm trying to put cards on board to like attack him to do that much damage to him. And oh my gosh, we sat. I don't even remember. We might have played 2 games that day, but I don't remember.
I think like an
And
hour
we,
went by. I saw you deck out on the 50 card
I
deck through
decked
natural
out in the
draws.
50 card deck. So Yeah, so that was bad. After that, I said I'm not playing any more Shadowverse today, and so did my opponent. I think that was awful. I should have scooped because that was toxic. But but then
So
like the next day, he's playing Rune because he plays Rune. Dean hands me the list that like Connor Pelham put together, the Havencraft, and I draw poorly. I die after 15 turns because I'm playing control. Second game, I draw well, and I kill my opponent after 15 turns because he's playing Lyshina, and he's and I'm like, I hate and after 2 games, we said we're good, and so silence like is fake. Um, Everything's control and heals, and it's stupid. Don't
you
play a
gotta play
list
egg.
without Bahamut. This maybe I've only played against Rune, or I only remember Rune because that was last week. I only remember Rune because all my playing time has been in those 3 games. It's been half my playtime was those 3 games. The other half was recording videos with you.
Where
I don't know.
little
I
spoiler
really
about those videos that we do.
I
Those are
really
very much like we sleeved up a lot of decks, and that means that we haven't had a lot of time on any of
no,
them.
0 reps.
0 reps. So those are like the kind of see what it does type of thing.
Yeah, I only need 1 take. Maybe not.
It
But
seems that you hate
I
it.
hate
I don't
this.
know.
I hate this current meta. I'm not playing a deck without Bahamut anymore because of our local Rune player.
I think that that's like the thing is there's a lot of like super toxic decks when you try to play something fun. Like Silence Abyss, I don't think is very good,
No,
but
it's bad.
when you're fighting, it's pretty toxic. It's pretty toxic. Same thing with like Sheena. Like
Like
Sheena's
if
not
they
very
draw
good.
well.
Like Sheena's not very good. It's like
Yeah.
a very slow deck, and because it's so slow, it feels very toxic. Like it just feels like once they start going, you just sit there and you're like oof, and then like
Yeah.
they heal
Oof,
too, and you
oof.
just go like this is your win condition is a 10-turn clock. It's kind of unreal.
It's more than that because every deck heals,
Yeah, some decks
and
heal.
it's 2 damage.
I do think that like
They do put other cards on board that say deal 2 face, so 2
and then
is
it's
kind of her
like
thing.
near the top of the meta there's also the control haven with the Marwyn and like the Aegis, and they just kind of sit there forever, and they
Mm-hmm.
just like float mana, and then they put down the hexproof guy,
Yeah.
and so yeah, there's like control at every level with varying levels of like how upsetting it is, so it can be a pretty rough format I see to like go
Right.
through, uh depending on like who you're fighting.
Right.
I've had fun with it though. I mean, but like, I understand. I don't have fun when I fight
Yeah.
Silence Abyss. I think that deck's toxic.
I think Silence Abyss is toxic. I think I hate Leishina.
I hate Lyshina. I
I
understand.
hate Leishina. But I did in that last game we played. I had like 25 attack Aegis or something.
20 attack
Cuz
ages. I remember seeing.
I had all of his dice. He gave me like all of his dice, and I had on because I had 2 Ilanas on board, and I had the card that says on your opponent's turn heal. So my Aegis kept getting bigger.
Good.
Yeah, but this format's
The Alana
toxic.
deck is also toxic because you kind of like sit
Oh,
there
it
and do
is.
nothing forever,
Well,
and then eventually you go, oh, my 2021 Bellringer swings.
this game has ambush built in. Your card is like this. Your card is like this. It has ambush
It has
in this game.
ambush.
It's
We don't
you're
have
sitting
dual
there like,
fury. We don't have dual blade fury.
oh no, thank goodness.
See the truth in the dark.
See the truth there in the dark. I hate that card. I hate Leod. Oh my gosh! But these cards have ambush built in because if they're standing and you don't have a sail, they have ambush.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting here, you're looking at Alana from across the table, and you're like, he's gaining health, and so are his guys, and they all have ambush because he won't turn them
No,
sideways.
the actual broken thing is to put the Maimyu in the deck. It's like
Maimyu?
the hexproof tutu for like Two mana, 2/2 hexproof for 2,
Ooh,
and you just put
nice.
that, and you actually, like you said, you just leave it untapped the entire game. He's looking it up. Oh, speaking of
Yeah,
which,
maybe. What is this, like some bronze
I don't know if you know this, but you have to give me the flavor text this week.
right now?
No, we'll go to the next segment
Are you
first.
sure? I got it. I
Oh,
got
you
it.
got the flavor text. You want to go straight to
I have
that?
flavored text.
I think we'll do
It
that, and then
is
we'll talk about the news. So first, you want to tell them about guess that flavor text,
okay.
or I
Okay.
guess I'll
Guess
tell
that.
them. Or
You
do you want
you
me?
tell them because you remember the lifelines and I don't.
Oh yeah, we need to redo the lifelines. We need somebody to tell us how to redo the lifelines. So we're taking turns doing guess that flavor text. I don't remember what happened. I think I gave him. I don't remember what I gave him.
Okay, the 3 life you gave me the card that evolves and loses ward, and are you
Oh
talking about
yeah,
the
the
card?
hippocamp. I gave you hippocampus.
Hippocampus. So
Um, so the lifelines. I'm going to tell you right now the reason that this is like turbo broken for me. I have been in the video editor for every set, and I have to identify cards by what set they came out in. So I have actual working memory of the entire set list at this point.
okay, well if you actually go through every lifeline, that narrows it down to like
Two
2
cards.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
but
but I actually know the set list at this point almost.
I
Is
like this card, so I'm picking it.
okay. So the
That was
thing is,
enough of a hint.
we take turns reading flavor text to each other. And then we have a couple lifelines to what class the card is from, what type of card it is, so follower, spell, or amulet, and then like what set the card came out in. I think I want to redo the set one or something where you don't narrow down as much. But we'll think about that one. Might do like what rarity.
You should allow someone to phone a friend.
Phone a friend, something crazy.
You should call someone on the phone,
Call
ask
someone.
them to look up the card.
Ask them to look at the card. But yeah, that's guess that flavor text. We just kind of have some fun with it. But
Yeah,
so
it's a blast.
let's see
So
what
this one,
card do you got for me this week.
flavor text, 5 words.
Okay.
Chivalry at times resembles madness.
Chivalry at times.
Resembles madness.
This sounds like a Swordcraft card. But to narrow it down, what class is this?
This is Dragoncraft.
Oh, man. Am I cheating? I know what it is now. Sorry, you sang the song at the anime convention for karaoke. I will never forget the Impossible Dream.
You'll never forget the Impossible Dream.
Yeah.
Do you know what the card's title is?
Yeah, Timmy out here is a fan of Don Quixote, which means
Absolutely.
that he likes the tilting at windmills.
Tilting at windmills, it's the best. It's really a kind of a questionable card.
It really is. Isn't it like a 7 mana card or something? It's something crazy.
It's a 6 mana card. Okay, 6 mana amulet. Effect. Pay 3, tap this. You may put a follower from your hand on a field. Give it at the end of your end phase. At the start of your end phase, destroy this card. So you can play Genesis Dragon for 3, get in for 10 face, and he goes away.
No.
Yeah. What?
Genesis Dragon for 3, God Golem Bullet after 20 damage.
Okay, so it's busted.
It's busted. It's confirmed the best card in the game.
So it's amazing.
So
it's a gold. It can't be bad. It's a gold.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing when they made that.
Yeah,
rarity.
bronzes are the bad cards. But yeah, this should be a Runecraft card, because the idea is that you have like the windmill, you charge at the windmill, and then the windmill disappears, right? But then Don Quixote goes, "Oh, this is the work of the enchanter. He changed that dragon into a windmill." So really, it should be a Runecraft card, because you're the enchanter changing it. Yeah. Anyway,
the lore of the tilting at windmills.
That's the lore. It's a fable card because I guess it's a fairy tale.
Yeah, that's the way those work. It's a fable. Damn,
it's a pretty long fairy tale.
Dragon, that is like the
greatest knight.
That is the only card about like chivalry, I think, in Dragon, probably. That would have been harder if it was sword. If that was sword, I would have like wanted to know if it was a token. Yeah.
That would have been impossible.
I would have guessed like Steelclad Knight.
No, he doesn't talk about chivalry. He talks about armor. My armor has been pierced.
You're right.
I heard his Evo quote in digital the other day. It was like bigger armor or something stupid.
Harder armor, stronger
Harder
armor.
stronger. He doesn't
Oh,
care
you're
about
right.
chivalry. He cares about harder armor, stronger armor. I love the Swordcraft tokens. Oh my gosh.
They are pretty funny. A lot of the tokens are the old like. Oh, I lost you because of what I did. I see.
Oh, in my
It's
back.
okay. I brought you back from the dead. I figured it out. Yeah, the old like Shadowverse voice acting was definitely supposed to be cartoony, and at some point they said, "Yeah, don't be as cartoony." So like the new voice actors are kind of sick, and the old ones are all like Looney Tunes tier. It's like really funny.
Nothing gets past me. Like it's fantastic.
It had to be some of the. That was definitely like purposeful direction. But
Well, I love it. I'm glad they did it.
you know, I think it's time. People want to know about the news. There was so much news last night. I guess we're recording this on the 12th. It's gonna go up on the 13th, so it's 2 days ago. Or I guess it's like the morning of the 12th. Bushiroad gave us infinite news, and I think we're gonna go to that. And I think this is like it's kind of small because they give us small pictures.
You're gonna have to give us the news because I was like around for it, but I heard you say one word and I don't remember the rest.
Yeah, I got a bunch of pictures. Like I got like 10 tabs. We're gonna talk about them a little bit. So first, Grand Showdown prize they announced for everyone. I'm gonna like zoom in on that. Maybe I can zoom in. Maybe we can zoom in.
Have you tried holding control while you're scrolling?
I did. Oh, I was hitting Alt. You're right. I might be. I'm a little special. We have the. They announced for Singapore, and this is going to be the same for Oceania, basically for Australia. They get unique colors with the region for the Grand Showdown. So like I don't know what color ours was, but if you're in Singapore, you're going to get this red, and I'm imagining you'll get a different color for something else. The text and the stamp will be a different color. Meaning that your Gilnelise is not actually going to be as diluted as you thought. Whatever color, I don't know if this is going to be weird. If there's going to be like a red or blue bias, where like one color is more sought out after than the other, because there's going to be top 8, and then you get 2 for second and 3 for first. So you're looking at 9, 10, 11. So you're looking at 11 Gilnelises, 33 Gilnelises total. Blazing Breath, 32 of them per region with different colors. It's going to be a lot harder to get a set now of the color. So I don't know if like all of the colors will be roughly the same or if like one color will be worth more.
You say there was red, blue. Was there another color?
Oh, I don't actually know what our color was. I forget.
Oh, well, you need one of each. That's all 3 colors.
Yeah, you need all 3 colors.
Rarity,
it should be red, white, and blue for America.
Absolutely.
The red looks, I'll have to see it in person. It looks pretty sick. I like the way that it pops right here, but this is for Asia, Oceania. So, it's going to be a little rough to get down to Australia, I believe is where that one is. And of course, there'll be a European one as well. Or Australia, sorry, Singapore. It says Singapore right there at the top. I am actually blind. I was looking at this giant thing on the side, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's it there. Just basically different colors, and I don't know what that's going to do to the prices. I've seemed to always be wrong on what prices do. When I say, yeah, I'll hold off buying a card, it triples in price. And when I say I'm going to buy a card, it goes to $5. So yeah, it is what it is. Next up, we got the Showdown Challenge prizes. I think these are the October to November. That's the monthlies.
Oh, like locals?
Yeah, the local monthlies, I think. Showdown. Yeah, because you get the top 8 swordsman, champion gets the Spinaria, and everyone gets a Genesis Dragon. I'm very excited for the Genesis Dragon. I don't know how good he's going to be in the future. So it's dragons moving away from ramp. I kind of wish this came out a little bit earlier. Which one are you looking forward to here?
I mean, the Genesis. If you're playing Dragon, usually you're playing like one of Genesis Dragon, right? It doesn't matter if you're ramping. I see that in a lot of lists, right?
Even in the future, though, I don't think so. In the future,
probably not. Oh, look, yeah, Forte is so good. You probably don't need 10 damage if like 7 several times is good enough. But if you do get red, white, and blue in America, ooh, that'd be sick. Ooh.
But that's for the previous ones. This is not for these.
Okay. Well,
These are the local ones. So this is like the demonium and stuff.
Spinaria's played in Forest depending on who you are.
Alt Art's Spinaria too.
Wait, it's an alt art?
This is this is Alt Art.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, I gotta get one of those.
Yeah, good luck.
Do I have to win?
Yeah, you got to win to get the Spinaria.
Oh, easy, easy. I'm just playing against like you.
That's right. So next one, look at this Glory Finder Clash. I think this is the Glory Finder locals. I don't know what it means by lucky draw. I didn't watch this announcement stream, but
lucky draw.
Yeah, it looks like our participation pack, one of 10 possible cards. I don't know what's in the thing. But the Glory Finder stamped D Shift is definitely something that I'm going to be wanting, because D Shift, of course, is a sick card. And do I care about the stamp? It's going to cost more. I want people to know that I'm not poor as I play my mixed rarity, because I actually am. Oh, this game.
I'm not poor, but not for long.
Not with the way this game comes out. This game comes out so fast. I don't know if I don't have the announcement thing up, but this one's gonna upset you.
I believe it.
There is only 7 weeks between Cinderella Girls coming out and the Verdant Conflict.
Really?
Yeah, 7 weeks. It's literally like it's not even a full 2 months. So that's gonna be.
I'm not an Idle Girls enjoyer, so it's kind of like we're speedrunning that format, and I get to Valdane fast, right?
That's true. That is true.
That is true. But then again, ooh, what deck is good? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think they're trying to. We'll go over that in a minute. Something that I got thinking in my head. That might be good about Bushi Road. We have promo series 7 and 8. So we get to see what promos we'll be getting at locals.
Mm-hmm.
From those the participation packs. Big ones here is Forest gets 2. 2 big ones actually. You get the Blessed Fairy Dancer to be able to buff all of your fairies with the Fairy Torn as well to get those big roach combos off.
Oh, yeah.
Sword gets Avant Blader, which is... I don't know if that's still played. I like the card, but it's also, not in my deck, which means it's probably bad. Roundtable Assembly.
Probably?
Yeah, Roundtable Assembly is not good because it's trait locked to a trait that's 3 cards, and those cards are not good. But this might be good in Glory Finder because it can search Arthur, is, the big thing. I think Magic Owl is one of the worst cards in the game. You can fight me about that. You'll be wrong, and I will win.
It's a 1/1. It's rough.
Dragon Nest.
If you have 3 in hand, you can answer Forte. But anyway.
Yeah, Dragon Nest is definitely a big one for Ramp Dragon. Pretty excited to see that. Razory Claw. Is that good? I don't know.
Razory Claw?
I don't know if Razory Claw is good.
It does. Okay, in a game where people are healing 4, 5.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Hurting yourself for 2. Ugh.
Yeah, to do 3. I'm not the biggest fan, but there's definitely people that like this one. This one's definitely not terrible bad.
I don't know. It's iconic at least.
Andromeda is definitely huge for Egg. This is the 4-drop is the Saphira. That's the rune finisher. I don't know if that card's actually good. I do like that it doesn't look super censored in this art. It might be censored a little bit. The big one is actually this bottom right one. It's the Fina. That's the Fina alt art. So, I mean, Fina, if you don't know, is already a $3 card, and that's a gold. So, this is the alt art. This thing's gonna be $40 probably.
Nice.
That card is actually an insanely good staple. And then we have at 8. I don't know these cards. There's a Seabrand Dragon. This card is ass. Hulking Giant was one of my favorite meme cards from back in the day, down here at the bottom right. And then Yuzuki. Do you like Yuzuki? You're a blood main.
Yuzuki?
Yeah, she's the Bloodcraft leader down on the bottom right.
You're not sharing your screen.
I thought I was.
I'm just guessing what these cards are.
You're just guessing? I thought I shared my screen with you.
No, I can't see any of these. Hey, just link me the page.
I've got like 5 things going. Change
Oh,
window.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, I got you.
Yuzuki?
I got you. Here, look at this. Go
No, I
live.
can type.
No, do you see the screen now?
No.
It says I'm here.
I might be retarded. You gotta click on watch.
Yeah, you can't say that word.
You,
It's okay though. I'm not gonna edit it out.
amazing.
We can only say those
Oh,
words.
the card that you don't play in Blood. She like evos
Yeah, she's like the Evo
and
card. Yeah,
summons a copy of herself that evolves and goes away.
yeah. She gets.
Ooh,
She.
that deck's kind of bad.
Nah, that card's good.
That card is. Wait, she costs 6?
Yeah, I don't.
I
I
wonder
don't know
what
what
she
these
does.
cards
I've
do.
never read that one yet.
I live in like a hole, so like I don't actually pay attention to like Japanese format. Um, Verdant Steel release tournament. This is pretty
Ooh,
far away.
can't wait though.
Yeah, we get we get the
Oh,
what
the
what is
Natera tree.
we get the tree.
well, verifying
Yeah,
access.
verifying access. Yeah,
Shutting down.
yeah, we get Ania as a I don't know if this is alt art. This doesn't look this might be alt art. It's got a stamp.
It's rainbow. Do all the alt arts have rainbows?
They do. This is probably an
Like
alt
that.
art.
That's the default art from the digital.
They did away with the playmats. I don't know if I like getting away with the playmats. I don't use the playmats that often because like I have too many playmats as is. Alt art promos for but these release tournaments are also like sealed, and that's kind of like
This is Open 8.
this is the Open 8 tournament, I think. Or
Ooh.
this, I don't actually know what this one is. This one might not be Open 8. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's the promo you can get for it. Next up,
You can get into the tree. The tree's a promo.
the tree is
I
no, the
can't.
tree is. I think that's just showing the cards.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Got it.
if you didn't know, there's also gonna be booster box changes. They announced this as well. A box is gonna go from 16 packs to 12. So you're gonna look at like basically if you're buying from locals, probably a $60 box from an $80 box. At least that's what we pay. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what other people pay, but also a case is gonna go from 16 boxes to 20, which I think is roughly the same number of packs. 4 extra per box. I'm shutting down.
I'm not doing the math.
Yeah, whatever. Basically though, the big changes are each box is gonna have an SL, so SLs should be cheaper than they already are. But more importantly,
Mm-hmm.
I think the way that works, you still get shafted on an SL, right? Because there's 6 classes plus neutral, so 7 times 3. There's 21 SLs. There's 21 SLs in a set normally. And
Mm-hmm.
with this box format, you get 20 SLs in a case, which means that
So
1 in
missing.
21 people will not be happy campers when there's like a $25 SL and they don't pull it. And the rest of the SLs are $3. But other than that, I do like this. Anything that makes getting foils easier is something that I'm a fan of. I'm always a fan of a little bit less bulk. I think is
Mm-hmm.
the way that they're trying to do this is like more legendaries in a box. Or like the ratio of legendaries is a little bit better. And that way, like,
Yeah.
pulling packs feels better. I don't know how you feel about this. This is like something that's like really neutral to me.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think cases stay the
I,
same
I'm
price.
I'm not really a pack opening guy, so I mean I see this and I I hope it affects me in a positive way because other people are the people opening the product and I'm the guy buying it from them. I buy the base rares from them, and so I hope they get their foils and they sell me more base rares.
Wait, I'm crazy. 16 times 16 is 320, right?
Is it?
If
No,
only
it's
we
256.
is
I
it
didn't know. I didn't know 16 times 16.
256? Oh, don't worry, I'm really bad at math. It
We
seems.
we don't no we don't,
I
bro.
guess recording it's 12 times.
256.
256
256.
going down to 240, so you lose 16 packs in a box in a case. Cases will probably be the same price though. You lose 16 packs, 8 times 8. Okay, you know, it is what it is. Uh, Less bulk,
I
more rares.
let less bulk. That's good, but then I don't get as much bulk from the people opening product, right?
Yeah, the product in
But
this
it doesn't
game
matter
is
that much, right?
crazy. I've been feeling the product. I've been feeling the product only because it feels like you don't like when you buy a case. When I would buy it, I guess like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic are probably like this if you're buying it, or like a Pokemon, God forbid, whoever would buy that. But like when I'm buying a case of like Weiss, I go in with like I drop $900 and I say I'm gonna get back like 200 to 300 so I can feel good about myself and my purchase because it's like I spent the money but now I get 200 back. It's like your tax return, right? Like yeah, you spent yeah you gave the IRS like $10,000, but you got back 500, and that makes you feel good about the fact that you gave them all that money.
Right.
It's like that, but in this game, my tax return is like $2 because
Because you pulled a Zudia or something
yeah,
in
I
the last
pulled
set. Like
well
you
no
pulled the
because
forest guy.
those are the foils, which I'm already buying the case to have the foils.
But you
But
don't want foils of the forest guy.
no, you don't want forest
Yeah,
foils. But
exactly,
like,
right?
I guess that's the other problem is like if you like low roll on a case because there's not a huge collector market on some of these cards. It's like your
Mm-hmm.
low rolls are literally like $10. Like you get like U's that are if you don't know Junos from set one, it's like a $7 card now.
Like the U's.
The Juno U is like a
Was
$7
Juno a
card.
U? Ooh,
Yeah. So
it's like Pokemon.
yeah, pretty much. It's like
Ooh,
this
get
thing where
my
like
trainer full arts are like $3.
yeah, you can buy like a case, super low roll, and then like you don't even get like that tax return back because there's not a whole lot of extra product. I don't know if that's going to change with
Mm-hmm.
this. It's probably not. You're probably still going to be like horribly fucked on L's. I kind of wish they
Yeah.
would. I kind of wish that the like the supplementary cards are like you just get like a few extra L's more than what you do because it feels like bad when you only get like three or four copies of them. But
Yeah.
that's my own little side tangent as somebody who's been buying cases of every set. I know a lot of people bought more product for the most recent set, especially with those serial number cards. But yeah, that's all I was going to
Mm-hmm.
say there. Oh yeah, Verdant Steel's got a release date, November 22nd. This is where, if you don't know, I think it's
Oh man.
October 11th is when Cinderella Girls comes out or something crazy, or like October, something early October, and then like not even a full 2 months later, not even in December 1st or something. It's November 22nd.
We're getting Mono and Tetra and
Baleon, Mistalina as a deck.
all the characters I actually like listen to the story for.
Yeah, actually,
Mistalina.
finally getting some story mode characters in this game, which we have not had to this point. I know that some people who don't play the game, or like maybe they only play digital, were like, "Oh, the Omens are like these big story characters." The Omens are not story characters. They're like
Oh,
they got as much lore.
Kuon's not even in the story.
Yeah, they have like they don't even have like blurbs. You have to go to Reddit to like hear about their story. They're just some thing. Uh, yeah.
Are we getting anyone from what was it, the story before Steel Rebellion, from what was that
I
called,
don't think so.
from Italy?
I don't think that we get the Italy characters yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're kind of going all over.
Yeah, they're
Also,
just jumping around.
they also, I think they didn't like that part of the story.
What, they didn't like Gloria Borger making um atrocities that just roam the streets of Italy?
No,
That was terrible. That part of the story was rough.
uh, what they do have though, I think you're gonna really like this. I like this. Verdant Steel has, remember how set one had card sleeves, 5 card sleeves, but had 2 different ones.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
Uh,
how do you get these?
These are box toppers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's each box will have one pack, and each pack will be 10 sleeves instead of the 5 that we got with Prim. And what I'm
Ooh, enough
excited
for a
about,
deck.
I
Yeah,
know you're excited about Valdane.
I like Valdane.
Screw Valdane. I
Shut
like
up.
uh Lamonia, I think is her name. It's the
I,
Havencraft girl.
that. Oh,
Salvation Circuits. What is it?
what did she say? There was the robot that was like, that like
Relinquish
salvation
your mortal
circuits online.
lives and be
I,
saved.
she would. I'm trying to change the. Man, what was it?
Yeah, regardless,
I'm
she's
trying to save mankind. I remember she said mankind in
yeah,
her Evo
I
line.
actually really like her voice in digital.
I think she sounds silly.
I think that she does sound silly, and that's why I like her. So I'm excited for that. I think the other one is like Kudlak is his name. He's like a blood card, I believe. I don't remember much about him.
he's
And
he, he's one of two classes.
I'm pretty sure he's blood.
Yeah.
The other one is I don't remember this. I don't remember this forest
I don't
card.
know who that is.
I
No, I don't.
probably some fairy support. I don't care about her.
The only card I see hit board in Forest Craft, it's either Rhino Roach or like 5 fairies.
But I really do like when our box toppers are something cool.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like this.
I
I'll
like the
be looking for
sleeves.
Valdane.
I'm gonna get those Lamonia sleeves. I don't have to buy them from Ami Ami. This is nothing. This is some Glory Finder cards. I think we have the full set list.
Ooh,
Go look at that on your
Q&A.
own. Flashbang, boom. We
Regional
have
qualifiers.
yeah, we got some. We got a lot of things that got announced. So first up, we got the prizes for the regionals. Uh, where's these images? We don't care about that. We don't care about that. Bad game. I'll be competing. Shadowverse Evolve. Look at that.
Ooh,
Participants will be getting the promo pack. So this is like what we got with the magical strategy. We get the boost kicker. We got
I've seen all these cards recently in digital.
yeah, White Frost
That's a
Whisper.
3-1 now. Buff and Yokai.
Shikigami Summon to be going with the Kuon. I don't know if
Yeah.
the Adept Thief is good. You have no right to tread here.
You hear that a lot.
Yeah. If you ever see that, I am a big fan. Look at this.
This is a bag.
This is a bag with Shioko. Look how
Shioko
cute she
on it.
is.
Their bug eyes.
I love Shioko. I am financially. I have spent a lot of money on Shioko, and she has given a lot
That's
back.
participation. Ooh.
Yeah, participation bags of Shioko. These little tote bags.
I'm all about participation trophies. I'm still using that play mat from Springfest 2019.
Here's the cool part too. If you show up to the Shadowverse Evolve tournament, we're gonna be getting this mono Evo
show
token.
up?
Yeah, this is the for showing up to the BCS. You get the mono.
I need to go to
Evo
3
orb.
of these.
She's pretty cute.
That is good. I like mono.
Top 8 prizes, of course, were announced as well. So I'll have quite a few of these. Hopefully, we get the big.
Quite a few of these.
Hopefully, we're hoping. I could get quite a few of these, but we won't get any of the first place. This is all I'm going to begin. Is the Kuon playmat.
Mm-hmm.
Kuon's pretty cool.
Kuon, he's pretty cool. I know you think he's really cool.
I hate that deck in digital. Dude, why does he do 4 face damage and then everyone's built to beat him? You top 4, you get Acolyte's Light here. Boom. Control Haven.
Yeah, that's good. Max rarity just got expensive. Yeah,
it got a little bit more expensive. The actual max rarity that got expensive is the Kuon alt art. Stamped. We're gonna go over how many of these there going to be in the world. There's not going to be a lot.
It's gonna be like less than 10, right? Because there's not very many of these while this is going around.
I'm gonna throw out there. I'm not very rich. I'll probably offer like 600 or 700 outright if I'm at the event and I scrub out like I always seem to do. I get to top 8 and then other people beat me. So, yeah, those are the prizes. I'm gonna go back to the top. Womp. We also got some side event stuff going on. Let's get that loaded. Yeah, look at this. Boom, you do the side event and you get another mono. I think there's 3 different monos total.
Ooh. Oh, I need these monos. This is good.
Yeah, you need the monos for
Nice.
showing up.
You need the normal mono and the evolved mono because she's facing the other
Yeah,
direction.
she is facing the other direction, and she's holding the card different too. But yeah, mono definitely they chose a good one there. I like seeing mono, and I think this is also usually get an extra copy of the participation pack is what they did during the Springfest.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big one is the schedule. They changed the way these regionals work. It's very clear. I don't even know if we're gonna have teams going forward, because there's a lot here in this regional qualifier. So we're seeing here October is the first one in California. You gotta do that, which is Cinderella. No, it's not Cinderella Girls format. This is still Kuon format, I believe. Because October is Cinderella Girls. So what is the is this should still be Kuon format, I think. And then this one, Costa Rica is going to be Cinderella Girls format. Peru will still be Cinderella Girls. And then we've got Duluth, and that's actually still CG. So I'll get to experience the Cinderella Girls format in Duluth, Georgia. But then when you get down to Texas, you're already entering. I guess it's a 2-week window, right, before you can play a new set. So
is it?
It is. So yeah, Houston,
Source?
Texas is also going to be Cinderella Girl. So we get 2 Cinderella Girls that I might go to. Debating on Texas because it's pretty far out.
Yeah.
But then we got Mexico City. We got Philadelphia. That's a new one. Definitely going to be driving on down there. But if you look here, it seems to
down. Yeah.
Sideways. Going to be driving
Sideways
over
there.
Yeah. Definitely, this is different than what we're used to.
Oh yeah.
We have Vancouver, which always gets one. Rosemont, thank God, is still there.
Thank
Tampa,
goodness.
Florida's a new one. So we're getting a little bit more love in the South. It's not just Duluth. There's also Tampa, Florida, which is ungodly far, actually. This is like the middle of nowhere. Because like Tampa, Florida, like Florida's like
Tampa's middle of nowhere.
Well, Tampa's like it's like right there's like this appendage on the U.S. where Florida is, and it's like deep in there.
Well, Tampa's usually the destination if you're going to Tampa, Florida.
That's true. It is usually the end goal, but it's like
so
pretty
I wouldn't
far.
call it the middle of nowhere, but yeah, it is like farther than 10 hours for us. Probably like 13 hours.
And not only is it
maybe
13,
12.
It's not only 13 hours, but it's like isolated. It's not like where Texas, like, you know, Texas, you got like Las Vegas on one side, and you have like a little bit of the south, and you have the people north of it, and they all kind of converge. There's like sea, like right there's like.
Well, you have Florida. You're in Florida. There's more than Tampa, Florida, and Florida. There's
Just
Orlando,
saying, I know.
Florida.
I don't know how big the Florida scene is, but I know there's an Alabama scene, and I would love to go back down to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto,
sure.
though. Toronto, we're gonna be going down there. Gonna be showing up there. Do you want to go to Florida? I'd go to Florida, maybe.
Ooh,
but
depends.
We'll decide. We'll decide another time. Yeah.
I'll probably go to Toronto this time.
Puerto Rico, I know they have.
Last time they didn't do Shadowverse. They did White Schwartz.
They didn't look at this. California gets 2, Pasadena and this Sacramento.
Bro, dude, the East Coast is eating well. That's not just California. That's West Coast.
That's true. That's true. And then we got Chile.
Well. Chile.
Don't know how big the scene is
determined.
there. But yeah, look at this, and then we got Europe. We got a couple there already. Not a whole lot. Europe doesn't really pull a whole lot of players, it looks like. And then Australia. What is this?
It's Australia and Europe.
Well, Australia gets these 2, and then like I know their scenes have been ungodly small. Philippines, and also they seem to have custom rules. What is this? Oh, dude, they're like, yeah, no time for games, dude. Just get this one out of the way.
Yep.
These people get Yeah, it's Christmas time. Fucking go and play card games on the 22nd.
It's the new year. Go play card games. 20
Don't give a shit about you.
We don't celebrate Christmas in Malaysia.
So I
Oh, that's Austria, not Australia. Okay.
so since this goes all the way to March, we're probably gonna look at Worlds sometime in April.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like around April, second week of April is what I'm gonna guess. Like you win here in March, book a flight. Like historically, they've only given you like 2 or 3 weeks to book a flight at the end of the last regional. So Pasadena might be like really close to Worlds, like within like 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also wondering, then where does Springfest ever come in? I guess October, if we're starting in October instead of like back when we used to start. But I think here's my little conspiracy theory. I think that Cygames is why this is happening. Because look at this. Europe is actually what kind of solidifies that in my mind. This is godless. I have no clue. They just do not care about these people. That's not me. That's Bushiroad's scheduling that tells me they don't care about you guys in Australia. But okay, so follow me for a second. You know why I think this is Cygames?
Um, because like what last year it was whack. No, because I remember Weenie Hut Juniors during like set 2, where they're like it's invite only if you want a locals.
Yeah, not that part.
But what do you mean like all these tournaments? Because are a Europe or North
Everything.
America?
So here's my
Like
thought.
there's 5 tournaments in Europe and like 50 in North America.
What is this?
What's the theory? What's the thought? Because I haven't been thinking.
Yeah, so this is actually over a full 6 months plus Worlds. My thought is we have this aggressive release schedule in Shadowverse, right?
Right.
And currently, the thing that happens, and it happens with Weiss Schwarz, it happens with Vanguard, but those games, like, I don't know about Vanguard. Probably feels this. I don't know how fast their sets come out. But my thought when I look at this, there probably is actually going to be a Spring Fest. It's just going to be like May to like around September.
That'd be Summerfest.
Yeah, there's going to be a Summerfest or something is what I'm going to guess. Because I think what happened was Cygames said, Bushiroad, why the fuck do you not run tournaments? If I had to guess, I'd say I think that like Cygames goes, why the fuck are there entire boosters where there's not tournaments? Because normally with Springfest into like fall, there's usually like currently there's like a 2 to 3 month break, and then like the tournaments are like they're usually spread out a little bit, but sometimes you have like a ton in like 1 month like this. But it's like been very rare that we've had like we usually have like a 2 month off season, and then like the tournaments aren't as like
Thank goodness for this set. Oh
yeah,
my
there's
gosh.
usually like
But
1 month where a lot of like tournaments are like packed in like weekend to weekend, and now it looks like every single thing is there's like a 2 week gap except for right here, but that's Mexico's like
that's Mexico City and Philadelphia. Like
yeah, usually there's like it's usually something like this, but like Peru, right? So yeah, you have like more spaced out so that there was more opportunity to have like a tournament each format. And this is the Europe is what really tells me that that's probably what they're doing, because we see November, December, January, February, March. Because like I'm guessing this is near the tail end, and it's like, hey, every set that comes out, if you're like a person that travels, you're not going to be like skipping a set. You're going to be you're going to kind of like want this set, because like if you're in the US and you're going to these tournaments, look at this October, and even then still within Cinderella Girls format we have Georgia and Texas, and then within that format we're going to have like this thing, and then Rosemont will be in the following format, so Philadelphia, and then yeah, like so I guess if you're on the if you're not going to go to Philadelphia, you can like maybe wait for Rosemont, skip whatever this set is. This is Verdant, so
ooh, I'm not skipping that.
And not skipping that. But yeah, definitely, I think this is like more of trying to give people throughout the year, trying to spread out these regionals a little bit more, so you have less downtime. The downtime is
That way you're not playing one meta 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, like, because usually, like, I know, like, this one was rough because I think they had 3 regionals within 1 month, on just the East Coast, right? Because I'm not even like flying. It was Georgia, New York,
Toronto or
no, it was
Rosemont.
Georgia, New York, Rosemont within a 4-week span. And so they just kind of shoved it all, but like now it's like kind of spread out like regionally, except for, yeah, it's kind of like spread out now. So we see like February, and then we see this. So it's like if you're the one person who like travels in the Midwest or in the middle of the US, you're going to be going to multiple different formats for your regionals, which I think is a nice little change. Before with like Weiss, they never cared because Weiss is an eternal format game. And Vanguard, I don't know what they do with Vanguard. I don't actually pay attention to that game. Sorry, Vanguard people.
Sorry, Vanguard people, not our game.
But yeah, this has been a pretty long one. That's the end. Oh, Timmy, I lost you. Popped out player.
You lost me again?
Let me see on OBS what I did. Okay, I brought you back from the brink of death. I see.
It's good to be back.
I brought you back. Definitely looking forward to those. Looking forward to the regionals. The last thing I think I want to talk about on this podcast is, I know I've talked to you about it. We're not solidifying anything. I'm just letting people know that I'm tempted to. I don't know if I want to make my own Discord server, split the community even more, because for those who don't know, obviously I am no longer affiliated with the other Discord server that I was in. I'm not fully affiliated. I don't know. I'm basically on my own right now for reasons I could get into. I might make a video on it. I might not. I'm still debating on that. It's pretty good reasons that I'm on my own. But I might make my own Discord server. I don't know if I might just talk to the people on the Shadowverse Evolve thing. But I want to start doing a weeklies with a buy-in that pays out the top cut, like top half. Debating on
Free
like
money.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Mondays or Tuesdays. So if you're this far in the video and you got through the Neopets portion,
Whoops.
yeah, you get through the Neopets portion, let me know like what day would work for you guys. Monday or Tuesday is what I'm looking at, because Wednesday there's already an online tournament. Saturdays are busy. Thursdays are busy. Sundays I'm half asleep, and there's also another tournament.
There's another, yeah.
So definitely looking at like Mondays or Tuesdays. $5 buy-in is what I want to do. That way you get a little bit of a prize pool. 100% of what goes in will go to the top half. It's kind of like this price structure of my current locals. And then like I get basically stream some games with you guys. It'll probably just be like 3 or 4 rounds of Swiss, depending on how many people show up. You know the drill. Be honest. I hope I don't have to judge call people in the $5 locals. I just want people to feel like there's something to work for in the locals. And as time goes on, we'll probably maybe ramp it up and do something bigger once I get a little bit bigger. If I can like make money off of this channel, my idea is to like reinvest it into the community through maybe like a monthly tournament eventually.
Ooh, nice.
But
more free money.
More free money. You got to win. Which, you know, I'm not in the tournament, so it could be anyone could win.
Anyone.
Anyone could win. Anyone could top 8. Yeah, I'll be doing the commentary and like streaming. So definitely looking forward to getting that off the ground. Probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks is when I'm gonna look to launch that. But
I'll be there.
That's really the end of it. I don't know if there's anything you want to touch on.
No, just dude, I'll be at that tournament. I'll be taking these people's money, you know, for real estate. Thanks for your donation to the Shadowverse community. I'll put it toward my mortgage.
What's your mortgage? $5 at a time now.
$5 at a time.
But yeah, that's it for this one. One day we'll name this podcast. But until then, this is
I'll
Dean.
Think about naming it.
Dean and
Timmy T-Soul.
Timmy T-Soul signing out.